I started recording just now. So we'll proceed with the storage concepts. Okay.
Uh, you gave me the idea of SAN,
Yeah,
NAS, and no, those things. Yeah.
true. So can you tell me what are the four types of storage that we discussed the other day?
SAN, one
Yeah.
is SAN, one is NAS,
Okay.
one is local, one is
Okay.
object. Object is for uh, remote, means cloud.
And NAS.
SAN, NAS file system.
Mm-hmm.
Local is a local drive,
Yeah.
and SAN is that storage area networking. Yeah,
Correct.
means that is clear to me.
Correct.
And we discussed about the paths,
Correct.
FC, FCOE,
Mm-hmm.
iSCSI
What
for
is
SAN.
FCFCOE and all?
One is fiber channel over internet, Ethernet,
Okay.
and
I mean, what is it? What is
iSCSI.
it? What is
Fiber channel it's just a communication path where you use the SFP to connect
it's
between
a
the
protocol
devices.
actually. It's a protocol.
It's a protocol. Okay, huh.
Yeah, that's what I was looking
And
for. Yeah.
okay, and FCOE is where you use the converged network adapter CNA,
Yeah, correct.
and iSCSI is those kind of a pipe kind of things where you just connect
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Uh,
Use the
it's
normal
much
Ethernet cables.
use the normal Ethernet cables,
Yeah.
correct? No, iSCSI they use the Ethernet cables, sir.
Ah, yeah.
Oh, okay, okay. Then I'm getting confused with. Fine,
These are all
fine.
storage guys work actually. If you
Huh.
know these concepts clearly, you can just
Hmm.
apply for a storage administrator job in a MNC. You will get it.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
that's what they do.
Yeah,
Like,
I have more or less, but
mhm.
I specifically want to shift to OS related management of means
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
VM
Virtualization.
virtualization thing. Now backend server and storage is there, I am fine.
Hmm.
But my very specific idea, I do not want to get into again storage administration job
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
because again, no, the way things are turning into service, anyways. Huh?
yeah. Hmm.
One thing, Priti, the other day you shared the video
Yeah.
is of only two videos, but if you
Okay.
recall, there are three videos.
Okay. I'll check that. Don't worry.
Hmm?
I'll check that.
The third video will have how the naming convention, what you call SAN, what you call. I think that is the one separate. I
Okay, I'll
haven't
check.
done it in
I'll
details.
check.
Yeah, just have a check
Yeah, sure.
or yeah, something like that. Yes.
Okay. No problem. So yeah, I'll just review it or I'll just go through it one more time. I'll just give you what is what. SAN, it's a block storage. It's a block level storage and you use cables like fiber channel cables. It's called as optic cables. So you
Uh,
need to purchase optic cables and then you will need a different, a specific connection. Like you need a fiber channel switch. You need a fiber channel network, a fiber channel environment for that. So that's FC.
uh,
Like
uh,
you will have your normal hosts that will connect to FC switch, and
uh,
then from FC switch you'll connect to the SAN environment or the SAN array, the storage
uh,
controller, right? I'm
uh,
sure you know what is storage controller now, or storage
yes.
processor. Sometimes it's called a storage processor. Sometimes it's just called array, or sometimes it's
Hmm.
called sandbox. People will use a
Hmm.
lot of terms, but everything means,
Very comfortable part.
yeah, you know that, right? So
Very comfortable.
yeah, I'm also sure you know what is a sandbox. Like literally, it's a computer. It has a
Correct.
CPU, it has a RAM, and it also has
Correct.
network, and it also has hard
Uh,
disks. It has hard disks
correct.
inside it, and the whole thing is called as a one storage processor. In every environment, there will be redundancy. So starting from
Hmm.
switch, you will see two switches: Fabric Switch 1 and Fabric Switch 2 will be there. And even on the host level, the HBA card that I'm connecting, I will have HBA1 and HBA2.
Hmm.
So if one goes down here also, the whole environment will be picked up from the other HBA.
Hmm.
And it connects to the switch 2 and then it will connect to the storage processor 2.
Hmm.
Storage processor 2 will also be in the environment.
Hmm.
And I think I told you there is something called ALUA, ALUA.
Mm,
No, okay, don't
I'm
worry.
I'm
ALUA
not able
is
to.
a term which is used in FC and FCOE environment. Okay.
Okay.
What is ALUA in the sense? It's a term called asynchronous uniform access. Asynchronous LUN uniform access. I guess maybe I'm mispronouncing it.
Hmm.
So ALUA is asymmetric logical unit access.
Okay.
ALUA. So what is ALUA in the sense? This environment right now, what you have just pictured, no? You have
Hmm.
redundancy from the host, redundancy on the switch, redundancy on the storage layer. This setup is called ALUA setup. So asynchronous logical unit access in the sense if one goes down, anywhere, any point, anything goes down. Let's start from
Hmm.
the HBA. If this HBA goes down, HBA2 will pick up. If
Hmm.
switch 1 is gone, switch 2 will pick it up. In
Hmm.
case my host, I mean the
Active
HBA,
standby mode, you mean to say?
yeah, active standby mode or active mode. ALUA has two types. It's
Hmm.
called active AA or active passive AP.
Hmm. Maybe. Hmm.
AP. So this environment, this type of environment is called as ALUA storage environment. Wherever you see
Okay.
the environment which has two redundancy in all the components, starting from your hardware of the host, and then to the fabric switch, and then to the storage processor. The whole thing is redundant. It means it's a
Hmm.
ALUA setup. I'll just show you an image. So this is the image of ALUA, a best example. So you can see
Hmm.
from the host, you can see there is one environment where it goes two fabric switches, and here also you see two fabric switches, and then on the end
Hmm.
you see two LUN owners. LUN owners in the
Hmm.
sense that's a storage protocol or the storage processor.
Hmm.
So optimized, non-optimized, or little deeper inside the concept. Nothing technical or nothing so hard. Thing is, when it's optimized, it means this is the active path.
Okay.
Non-optimized in the sense that's the passive path. I mean, only if the optimized path goes down, non-optimized will become optimized.
So DCDR?
I haven't heard that term.
No, DC means data center, and DR means the back one, the backend
Oh,
one.
DR, disaster recovery.
Disaster recovery. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, similar kind of information. But I just want you to be
Okay.
familiar with the word ALUA because it's a term quite often used when you talk about storage. Anywhere you go, they'll say
Hmm.
that ALUA. ALUA means just an environment which has redundancy all over the environment. This is
Okay.
another ALUA you can see. So SP storage processor A and B, host can access through A or B, but the LUN is common
Hmm.
likewise. So that's ALUA in FCFCOE. iSCSI, iSCSI, I told you it's a normal Ethernet cable where
Hmm.
you will just connect it through the Ethernet switch, but the
Hmm.
protocol that is going to take the data packets, right, in that will be iSCSI protocol.
Hmm.
That's the only difference you have with iSCSI. If it's a
Hmm.
normal TCP protocol, that will be taken care by TCP and UDP protocol. But if it's
Hmm.
a data or if it's a storage packet, it will be taken by iSCSI protocol.
Hmm.
But it will
Okay.
travel through the same cable you use for network and iSCSI. That's the
Hmm.
same thing. If you see cost wise, FC and FCO is costly. These two are costly.
FCOE also use the normal Ethernet cable, right?
Actually, I'll show you the FCOE environment, how it will look like.
Hmm.
FCOE will be a combination of Ethernet as well as fiber. So let's take from the environment. I have one host here, and this host will first connect to an Ethernet switch. First of all, it will connect to the Ethernet switch, a
Hmm.
normal network switch.
Hmm.
And from network switch, there will be a FC cable going through the
Hmm.
FC switch.
Correct. Hmm.
So from the fabric switch, you will have a storage processor or storage array.
Hmm.
This is how the FCOE environment will be. In FC environment, this component will be missing. It will not be there.
Mhm.
You will
Correct,
directly
correct.
connect the HPA cable to the FC environment. FC switch will directly connect to this. So this is the only difference that you have between FC and FCOE. And why
Hmm.
people prefer FCOE is FCOE is little less costlier or cost effective than FC. FC is very costly.
Huh,
Yeah.
correct.
Yeah. So, and one more advantage is you can use the same network switch for your network communication also. So it just doesn't mean that it's going to be used only for storage. It's a network switch. So I can use it for network as well as FC. Both I can
Hmm.
use.
The same physical path can be used.
Huh. True.
Hmm. Hmm.
So this
Hmm.
case, I'm reducing my number of paths, number of cables. That's another thing. Because FC
Hmm.
cables are the another costly thing. FC storage is one.
Hmm.
FC cables itself is costly.
Yes.
You can see how much an Indian cost optic cable Alibaba site. No, this one, let's see. So it's very costly. So you can see this one cable is like 3,000 rupees.
509.
Huh. Yeah. But if you see it's a Ethernet cable, no, it'll come under
Hmm.
200 rupees. So 200
Okay.
rupees this one. This is
Hmm.
170. So you see it's like 200% higher than the normal cables. That's why people
Got it.
prefer FCOE most of the time. But if you're looking at cost, your performance will get ahead.
Hmm.
So wherever cost is high, performance is
Hmm.
also high. Wherever cost
Hmm.
is low, performance is also low. That's you have to consider that as well. So that depends
True.
upon your architecture and your whole IT budget. All these things they'll consider. There will be an
Hmm.
architect in the every project, right? They will sit and think: do I need performance or do I need the high availability or do I need all the capacity? And one more thing: when the cost is high, the
Hmm.
capacity is low. Capacity in the sense, you see your normal 2 TB iSCSI connection will cost you like $200. The
Hmm.
same 2 TB in FCOE will cost you $800. So it's like 4 times higher.
Hmm.
So if you want to increase the capacity, you have to think about cost also. So one thing with capacity is the lower the cost, higher the capacity. So you have to take a
Yes.
call. Do I need more performance or do I need more capacity or do I
Hmm.
have enough budget for that? So these three,
Hmm.
three things plays a major role in SAN or NAS or any kind of setup.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
So, just curious to know,
Huh.
in VMware also, when you are doing this,
Huh.
the same way someone is setting up the thing, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Doing the architecture of the whole,
Yeah.
designing of the whole DC while
Yeah.
converting into VMware.
Yeah.
So there is a separate architect team for that, or you got the guys who do it
No,
actually?
we suggest from network storage. So we are from infrastructure team, so we can give suggestions for network and storage setup. So likewise, I can tell them now if a customer calls and asks, "I'm going to upgrade my storage. Can you give me some consultation on that?" Yeah, we'll give you. So it's a query. It's not an issue.
But it is a hardcore storage type, storage thing, right? That is very
Yeah,
specific to the. Then how would you give the query?
yeah. We are familiar with little other storage also, NetApp or other
Okay.
storages. We know a little bit of storage concepts, duplication, snapshots, and all these things. We have little bit of.
DDoS,
Ha
snapshot,
ha ha.
correct, huh? Okay.
So we'll just ask what is the customer's requirement first? What are you expecting? Tell us first. So they'll say, I recently bought this and it's full now. I don't know what to do. It's keep filling very fastly. I'm spending a lot of money. Then we'll say, why are you spending a lot of money when you're looking for more capacity? And we'll tell them the basic concepts. Like if you're looking for more cost, then you should never consider capacity inside that. So go with iSCSI. He will switch from FC to iSCSI.
Okay.
Yeah, that kind of
Okay.
consultation we'll give.
Okay. So in that case,
Hmm.
whatever the storage I'm handling,
Hmm.
if I go grow more basic knowledge on it, that will help me even to get this or boost up this new job, right?
Yeah, 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 absolutely.
Okay. Okay.
See, underlying
Okay.
concepts are all same. Every storage has the same concept. Everything has dedupe, everything has compression, everything has the snapshots. But the thing is, you have to be strong with the basics. If you know what is FC, if you know what is NAS, what is NFS, what is local, what is
Got it.
SAS,
Got it.
All the other things, see, they build the product based on the underlying technology. So once you're strong with the technology, nobody can beat you.
Okay, cool, cool.
Yeah.
Preeti, can you give me 1 minute?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. Thank you.
No problem.
Really? Ha,
I'll
ha.
resume
Yeah, please
recording.
go ahead.
Okay.
Yeah, please.
All right. So we were just talking about FC, FCOE, and iSCSI on the use cases. Why should I go to this? Why should I go to FCOE? And all this. Yeah, in VMware, we give suggestions and consultation to customers. But if it's
Mm,
anything apart from network and storage, it doesn't fall under my scope. That's a different team there who gives for
okay.
vCenter related issues. Will suggest talk with the vCenter engineer. So like that, there
Mm,
are people like that. So
mm,
right. So I was talking about FCOE and FCOE. In iSCSI, there is something called hardware iSCSI and
mm.
software iSCSI. Are you able to correlate with anything with your storage?
Mm,
No problem. Don't worry.
no,
So
no, sorry.
no
Mm,
problem. Don't worry. So what is iSCSI? As I told you, it's a cable that comes from your Ethernet switch that comes and connect to my ESXi host. But for
mm.
FC, I'll have a HBA cable, HBA slot,
Correct,
or a
correct.
HBA adapter. Only for FCOE, I
Mm,
can use this one. There is something
mm,
called hardware iSCSI adapter available in the market. It looks exactly like a Ethernet slot or a Ethernet adapter, but it's
mm.
just a protocol that is embedded onto that hardware is called as a
You're
hardware
talking about,
iSCSI.
yeah, HBA card.
HBA, not a HBA card, it's
I
a
know, I'm
Ethernet card.
little lost here.
Okay, don't
Can
worry.
you just go back to the
Sure.
screen and once again
So there
slowly
are
tell me
two
what it
types
is?
of iSCSI. When
Mm,
it comes to iSCSI, customer has two options. He can either choose hardware
mm,
iSCSI or software iSCSI.
mm,
What are the two things is why they have to choose is in hardware iSCSI, you'll have a normal, you'll have a slot where
mm.
you can buy a hardware iSCSI from the market and put it on the host. Like this, instead of HBA, I will put a
Okay, okay,
hardware
hard.
iSCSI cable, iSCSI adapter.
Okay,
iSCSI adapter has, this is a hardware iSCSI. If it's a
okay.
software iSCSI, I will
Mm,
use the existing network slots or the network NIC cards. NIC cards I'm going
okay,
to use, and
okay.
software iSCSI will be from the VMware ESXi host.
Mm,
ESXi will have one of the software adapter. I'll show you here. During the lab, I'll show you that. Uh, so I want you to understand what is hardware and what is software iSCSI first. You will see this in most cases,
mm.
but very less customers use hardware iSCSI. Very less people. I'll show you first what is hardware iSCSI. This is hardware iSCSI.
Okay,
This slot, or this
okay,
is the
okay.
best example. Yeah. So this is a
Uh-huh.
normal, looks like a normal Ethernet cable, right?
Mm. No,
Normal
the port
Ethernet.
is different from the Ethernet, or is it the
Uh,
same?
1 second. This doesn't look like. No, this is a FCOE CNA. This is CNA.
Correct. It's a CNA card, correct. Mm,
Huh. So this slot, this is the hardware iSCSI adapter available in the market. All you have to do is
mm,
purchase this and connect it, and you will have to connect the cable from the switch to this.
mm,
This is a hardware iSCSI. Software iSCSI, what you do, you put your normal NIC cards, normal NIC cables, right? Normal NIC
mm,
NIC cards. You'll just connect the same cable, and VMware will give you the software protocol. So if you go to this one, in the VMware
but
option,
within VMware, do you get the software iSCSI thing?
it is there in VMware. Yeah, that's the beauty.
No, other than VMware.
I didn't get it.
So you said VMware gives you the option to configure the software iSCSI.
Yes, yes,
If
yes.
I do not have VMware, I'm just connecting a Windows operating system, Windows server into a
Windows
server.
also has iSCSI initiators. iSCSI is also available on Windows.
So
All
I can configure it in the through the Windows operating system as well, the
yes.
software
See, this is
iSCSI.
my Windows laptop. I can have a Windows initiator.
Uh,
Sorry, iSCSI initiator here. If it will be there in your laptop also.
yes.
Even what is this? Linux machines also will have a iSCSI initiator.
Correct.
Yeah.
But okay, okay, got it. Okay.
So you just have to set up the iSCSI initiator, and then you will use that as the iSCSI. Instead of having a different specific hardware for iSCSI, I'll use a
Got it.
normal.
Through the Ethernet
Huh,
card, normal Ethernet card, you
yeah,
configure the iSCSI.
that's right. So
Got
that's
it.
how in VMware also there is an option to configure it. I'll show you down the line on how to do that. It's not that
Mm,
important, but it's good to know how it works. So that's
mm,
about iSCSI. Is it
mm.
clear, iSCSI?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
perfect.
Now it is clear.
So SAN
Mm.
concepts are clear, FC, FCOE, and iSCSI, right?
Yes. Yes.
Okay,
Can you quickly brief me that name as well for SAN, NAS, local, and
sure. SAN is storage area network, and it
uh,
uses block
no, no, not that
method
one.
of
That name,
storage.
like it's called VVOL
Ha ha ha.
for
So SAN is storage area network. NAS
mm,
is
network
network
area
access,
storage.
network area storage, and
This is local, and that is
this
object, which is the cloud.
yeah.
And from VMware, when they have a name, right? One is
Uh,
SAN is vSAN,
oh, okay.
uh, that thing,
VWall is object oriented, and what
object
else?
oriented, which is the cloud. Yes.
Correct. What thing is that? I didn't get it actually. What do you mean actually? VMware?
From VMware perspective,
Oh,
all this
VMFS
hardware has a
NFS. Got it, got it, got it, got it. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
name. Mm-hmm.
So VMware, yes. So in VMware, when you try to present a host and then when you create a new data store, you'll get an option, three options you will get. Got it. Now I got
Mm.
it. So that'll be NAS. So it starts with VMFS first.
Ah, correct. VMFS.
VMFS is the, just one second. I'm just getting a call. I'll just see who it is.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Hello. Hey, dude, I have to skip today, though. Sorry about that.
No worries, please.
Sure. So VMFS is for SAN or any block-based storage.
Hmm.
Okay. And NFS or you'll get NFS option also when you create a data store that you use
Hmm.
for NAS or file-based storages.
Hmm.
vWall is the third option you get when you try to connect or when you try to create a new data store on the VMware.
Hmm.
Yeah, but
Okay.
that's something. If you go to storage,
Eagle is a cloud-based thing, right?
yeah, yeah, vWall is cloud for
Hmm.
any AWS or any. If you use
Mm-hmm.
AWS, there is something called S3 buckets.
Okay.
Yeah, so that is based on vWall again. So the same underlying concept is object-based storages. The capacity is more high and a lot of things are there in vWall. That's a big concept, vWall.
Hmm. Hmm.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So your storage should support, first of all, object-oriented based technology because not all storage has object-oriented. You have to specifically buy a product that supports object-oriented storage.
But why is it so? I can have a physical storage,
Hmm.
and anyways, I'm putting to access it, I'm putting it in a switch under a FC switch or
Hmm.
iSCSI, like IP, whatever the switch is. Okay,
Hmm.
I'm putting it under a switch,
Yeah.
and from there,
Hmm.
I am connecting it through to the cloud, and from there, I'm accessing this.
Yeah. The thing is with cloud or any object-based storage, what happens is you skip a lot of layers. You'll directly communicate from the VM. You can directly talk to the storage. I mean, the passage is still through the network layers, but the
Okay.
communication happens in a different way. So you have to buy something called VASA, that is called VASA. You can Google sometime later, VASA, VASA.
Okay.
So VASA is like it's like a API, or it's like third party tool that you have to install in your environment, that should be provided by your storage people. So there are a lot of adapters, a lot of things are involved in vWall. There's something called PE,
Got.
protection endpoint. So it's a big concept,
Mm,
but if time permits, we'll talk about that. But it's not necessary for you here at
fine.
this point.
Mm, mm,
Yeah.
mm. Got it. Got it.
So I want to show you this actually. This is how it happens when you create a new data store. This is what I think you're talking about. When you click on new data store, you get this option, create new VMFS.
Mm,
If there is a LUN presented, you will see LUNs like this. You can choose one of that and then
mm,
name it as like test, and then you click next. You will
mm,
get an option to partition or use the full disk, and then click next, complete. This will be a new
mm,
disk and it'll prompt as a new data store. In case I want to use NFS, I will get a lot of other options. Like I want to give a data store name, like test, my NFS IP address,
mm,
and then my mount point. Mount point in the sense you have created, like let's say you have created for a database slash files slash new folder. So this should be presented. So once you
mm,
present it like this, you just have to
mm,
choose NFS 3 or NFS 4. Did I
mm,
told you the difference between NFS 3 and 4?
yes.
Yeah, it's pretty simple. You can see the difference actually. With
Mm,
NFS, it's
yes.
not secured. With NFS
Mm,
4, it is secured.
yes.
When I put
Mm,
this folder in from my PC, it should access database slash files slash new folder. If it is
mm,
NFS 3, I'll just have to click, it'll open up right away. It won't
mm,
show anything. But if it's NFS 4, it will ask me for a username password, whatever I'm giving here.
mm.
That I should put here when I click OK. And this you
So
should
when
create
I
on the
create a
storage also.
FTP, when I create a FTP,
Uh-huh.
is it same as NFS4?
Exactly the same thing.
Mm,
Yeah. So first of all, you have to create it on the storage. You have to create
mm,
all these folders as a mount point. This
mm,
is a mount point. It's also called a share folder, or as you said, FTP. Someone will
mm.
call file server access. A lot of terms are there, but the technical term is mount points. You
Okay.
create mount points and then say that this is a username for it and this is a password. That's how users can access it. All you have to do
Mm,
is click next, and then you will see a new data store here. It will
mm,
be visible as NFS. Here you can see the types of
mm,
storage
mm,
that we are using. So this one has a vSAN data store also.
mm.
So
Okay.
these things are the storage data stores that we have. So I want to show you about the, now I'm putty into the actual host, okay? I'm SSH'd into it. This is the same host,
Okay.
8.18. I'm SSHing into it. So I want to show you a few things here on the SSH. Is it visible?
Yes, very clearly.
Okay, I'll just increase the font a little bit. Okay, so the first thing you come into SSH to know the version is, I haven't touched the concepts of command lines, but I'll just show you
Mm,
what are the commands. VMware-VL will show me the version of the ESXi, which version, which
mm,
build number, and what update I'm using. Update 1,
mm,
2, or 3. All VMware has 3 updates, update 1, update 2, update 3.
mm,
Okay. And then you can see the uptime. These are all the normal commands that you usually run in Linux. Uptime, date, and
mm,
what else? Host name. What is the name of the host? Host name
mm.
hyphen I will show me the IP address.
Information. Acha, okay.
These are all some of the basic commands. So any VMware expert who logs into the environment will first check this. This is like the basic information you need before you touch or play with the host. Okay. So here you can see load average. This is a very interesting thing, and I like it also. Uptime will generally in all the environment will only show the uptime like 8 days time only. This guy will show the average, which is CPU, memory, and network load.
Okay.
Yeah, so you can see it's 000, which means that nothing is running, which is true. No.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
If I power on any one of that, you will be able to see the load will be increasing slowly. So these are some of the Linux concepts. They just copied everything.
Hmm.
Yeah. So why I came here is to show you a few things related to storage. So the first command that you need to be familiar and to be aware is cd into vmfs, not this one, sorry. It's called df-h. This is also Linux
Hmm.
command.
Hmm.
df-h is the one which will show you the capacity information of
Hmm.
all the data stores. You can see vmfs, vmfs5, and one more vsan is here. These are the two data stores that are available here.
Hmm.
Apart from that, you also see few more things like vfat. Any idea what is this? Can you take a guess?
Hmm. It's a file system, something you were talking
Exactly.
about?
It's a VMware file system. Like,
Hmm. Hmm.
something called NTFS for Windows,
Hmm.
network file system or native file system. NTFS is for Windows.
Correct.
Likewise, for USB, there is something called FAT32.
Hmm.
I'm sure you
Okay.
might be aware when you insert a USB,
Yes. Yes.
you'll get
Yes.
FAT32. That's mostly for you.
Actually, you told me earlier.
Huh. Oh, I
Uh,
told you, yeah.
yeah. So till your sixth class,
Huh.
whatever you have told me,
Yeah.
I have made a very nice documentation. If you want in future, I can share it with you,
Wow, great. Okay.
including the screenshots where it is little. No, you have captured. We have captured that no, in a
Hmm.
video. I have
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
taken the screenshot out of the video,
Very good, very good.
and then I have made a documentation like that.
Very good, very good. Keep it with you handily. If want, I'll ask you.
Yes, please,
Yeah,
please.
yeah. That's good. So
Hmm.
VFAT is one of the partition or the type of partition when we create the ESXi, when we install the ESXi, there are 7 partitions: boot, alternate boot,
Yes. Good.
product locker, and all these
Hmm.
things. So all
Correct.
this is stored in this location only. That is the VFAT location. So if you closely go back
Oh,
to the sizes, I think I told you the sizes. So this 4 GB
yes.
is for the crash dumps. When the host crashes, 4 GB will be stored here. And 250 is your primary boot. And another 250 is for your alternate boot. And this is your product locker where all your VM tools and drivers are stored. So these are
Okay.
all the information you
Got
can
it.
see through the command df-h.
Hmm.
Okay. Next and the most important command is ESXCFG SCSI DEVS -m. This will show how many data stores are mounted.
Hmm.
So
Okay.
these are all the two commands that I wanted to share it with you.
Yes.
And
Yes. Yeah. Hmm.
yeah, CFG SCSI devs -m. Okay.
So you are using the command EFC ESX configure,
Huh.
and you are asking for SCSI
SCSI
device.
devs and
That's why
-f is for
hyphen
mounted.
certain mounted. Correct.
Huh.
Yes.
Actually, this command has, so there are two types of commands in VMware. Command lets, they say, command lets. So the older versions were using ESXCFG. Recent one is
Hmm.
called ESXCLI.
Okay.
Yeah. So these are all like some advanced things. I don't want to confuse you, but
Hmm.
it's good to know. ESXCLI, if somebody asks you what is ESXCLI, it is the newer version of command let. Same is available in ESXCFG commands also. So
Okay.
it's like two ways of getting the information, but two commands. That's it. Before ESXi install or invented, there is something called ESX.
Yes.
We talked about that, right? ESX was the
Yes.
first version before ESXi.
Correct.
So now we call the ESXi operating system as kernel,
Hmm.
kernel or VM kernel,
Hmm.
something like this. VM kernel or kernel, we say that. That's where the OS files are located, or the main operations of OS happens. Before
Hmm.
that, it was called as service console.
Okay.
Service console. It was named as service console. There are like history of ESX things, but you don't have to.
ESX, ESX, and then ESXi. Yeah, you told
Huh.
me.
GSX, yeah, GSX was the
Yeah,
first name they kept actually.
correct, correct.
Yeah, yeah. There is one document which I think I shared it with you, which has all the comparison of ESXi and Excel sheet. I've shared it with you, no? Is that correct?
Yes,
Yeah, you
ESXi
can
features
see.
compatible.
Ha ha ha. In that, there will be difference between ESX and ESXi. That will be there. Just have a look at it. Not
Mm,
important. It's good to know.
mm,
Yeah.
mm,
Nobody knows of all this information. You can have a debate with him.
mm. Okay,
Yeah.
okay, okay, cool.
So yeah, this is the one. ESX features. I've shared it. Here it is. So ESX and ESX are different. When I first started the career, no, that's when the ESXi is converting into ESXi.
Okay. Mm,
So that's 5.0 in 2013.
mm.
So that's the time and all. These are like
But
the important.
5.0 is ESXi, right?
Yeah, 5.0 is ESXi, but a lot of people were
Okay.
still running in ESX at that time.
Acha 4.0, 4.1.
4.0, 4.1. At that time only they're migrating bulk.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay,
So that time people were like crazily interview. All the questions will be, tell me the difference between ESX and ESX. All the interview they'll have. So later
okay,
on,
okay,
it just so that's the important. That's why I still remember all this. It's just good
okay.
to know all this. Yeah.
So it is better to have a quick review in case they ask me
Ha.
what are the basic difference, at least few different.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Very, very small difference, minute changes. One such change is the ESXCFG and ESXCLI. So I'm familiar with ESXCFG commands because that's where I play a lot in that time.
Started.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
but this is very good actually. ESXCLI, no, it's
Hmm.
very easy. They made it very easy. I just have to type ESXCLI and enter. I will get
Hmm.
what all I can do with that. You see, no?
Hmm.
I just
Hmm.
typed and then I hit enter. So if I want to play with network components, ESXCLI network, I will get all
Hmm.
the network components.
Hmm. Hmm.
So if I say I want to play with ESX storage, ESXL
Hmm.
storage, I'll get all the storage list. So I can now I want to know what is in the NFS, ESXCLI storage NFS, and then hit enter. So again,
Hmm.
inside that I can have three options. I can add, or I can list, or I can remove. So I just want to list the NFS list. So there is no, it
Hmm.
just came no. So if I want to
Hmm.
add, what should I do? I'll just type add and then hit enter. It'll tell now if you want to add the host name and then add
One.
the share and give the volume name. All this, it's very easy. They made it very easy. At that time, we have to remember the complete command, ESX, CFG, SCSI, devs, all this. Now
Hmm.
they made it very easy. ESX, CLI. Let's say if I want to play with the system, ESX,
For the
CLI.
three power array also they made it the same way.
Oh,
Now
okay.
it, yeah, same concept.
Yeah,
Hmm.
good things are happening.
Yes,
Okay.
yes,
So
yes.
that's what I wanted to show you here on this.
Hmm. Hmm.
Now, I want to talk about data store. Do you have time?
Mm, if we can wrap up because it's
Okay,
already 11:46, I
no
will
problem.
lunch
So
and
storage
take.
concepts are almost like 80% done. It's just like 20%. I want to show you what is data store. If you're familiar with all the concepts that we just discussed, data store is
Mm-hmm.
pretty simple. I think I already told you,
Okay.
data store is a container.
Mm,
It only
yes.
has all the information on it, but it literally not stores all this. It shows 150 GB here or 130 GB. It doesn't mean the
Mm,
130 GB is with the ESXi. It is just a container. The symbol itself shows it's a container,
mm-hmm.
right? And we'll talk about that in detail. Then that's the only pending concept with storage. And then
Okay.
we'll have to talk about few other VMware features like
Okay.
snapshots and a few important features of ESXi.
Mm,
And then we'll move on further with other things, with reviewing and revisioning concepts and all.
okay. Okay.
Okay.
So after that, it is more or less done, or how is it?
We have another 10 days of class, not more than that. Maximum 10. Usually it's a 30 days class. We are at
Hmm.
14th day, so we'll have another
Hmm.
10 days class. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, yeah.
Fine, fine, Prithvi.
I mean, I'm telling you the hours of classes, but depends. I
I
mean, if
got.
you want to review, yeah, yeah.
Uh,
I think I shared you
no,
the agenda
definitely.
the other day. Did I share you the agenda?
Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah, it's a 30
Yes, you
day.
shared.
It's a 30-day class. Yeah.
Mm, mm. Okay. Fine. Sounds cool.
All
Sounds good.
right. So
So if
today's
we have 10 days class, I
huh.
believe by September end we should be able to finish it.
Hmm,
Hopefully.
hmm.
Means even if I'm not doing it regularly,
Yeah, yeah.
1 minute.
2 days,
We
3 days.
uh, uh, cool, cool.
Yeah.
And a few idea on the CLI commands. They do not ask too many questions on the CLI, right?
No, they'll never ask you. That's for your additional information I gave you.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
I have a very limited knowledge on Linux and all.
No problem. It's very easy. I mean, I had zero when I came to VMware. Now I'm like a geek. I know everything because I just developed the confidence, nothing much.
It is your encouragement, Priti. I'm not sure whether you'll believe my words. You may think I'm flattering you, but trust me, it is your encouragement for which I'm able to reach this position.
No
Honestly, I'm
problem.
telling. Whatever I know, it is because of your encouragement.
No problem. No problem.
You
I
will
generally
always.
say people, if whatever I teach, if you remember 20 percentage of it, you're a level two engineer. I don't want you to 100% grasp the concepts that I teach you. I am in like VMware product, so I know 100% on it. Even if you
Mm,
catch 20%, you'll shine in the industry. That's what I generally say. That's what Shahid
cool.
keeps saying. That's what other people also came back. That's why they share the word of mouth.
That is most important thing.
Yeah.
I can tell you from my experience now.
Yeah, literally.
Probably once I'm over,
Yeah.
I will also probably end up giving you few more students.
Yeah,
So
that'll be
if
nice.
things goes right,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
uh, probably you will get it in a bulk, or you may, because
Yeah.
now they are kind of introducing Linux and VMware certification
Mm-hmm.
as a kind of mandate in
Mm-hmm.
HP.
Okay.
So because of my VMware thing,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
no, people are approaching me. How is it going? What it is? So
Mm-hmm.
couple of people have, okay, you do it. Then we'll. I haven't discussed much on this with people
Oh, okay,
because
okay.
I want to first. And
Yeah, yeah,
12th is the day we are going for the exam, right? That is we are
yeah,
set,
yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah, yeah. That's it. 12th,
That is
if
set.
you want to come, or we can do it online. That's not a problem. It's very easy. Very easy.
Okay,
I'm telling you.
okay. I'm open to both. If you
Yeah, we'll
if
do
you
it
want me to
online.
come,
Don't want to stress you. We'll do it online.
because if you can do it online, that saves my almost two
Yeah,
and a
yeah,
half
yeah.
hours.
Yeah, yeah. We'll do it online. Don't
I'll
worry.
share my screen and we'll do it
Sure,
online.
sure, no problem.
Okay,
Okay.
fine, Priti. All
All
set.
right.
Good. Thanks
Thank you
for
so much,
coming.
Shubham. Thank you. Actually, for 1 week you let me free, and you didn't. I would have felt guilty if you asked me something like, "What happened, man? You didn't come back."
No, 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 no.
Yeah, yeah,
Family is more important than anything in life,
yeah,
Pratik.
yeah, yeah.
It's more
Sure.
important than anything.
Thank you so much, Shubham. So have a
Yeah.
good day
Take
today.
care.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. You too have a wonderful day ahead, brother.
Bye.
Take,
Bye.
take care. Bye. Bye.